How's it going, my friends? My name is Forge and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 secret blocks that were discovered by the community in the 1.15 beta. Now this is going to be showing you the allow block, the deny block, and the border blocks, which were originally only exclusive to the education edition version of the game, and that was basically only available for school. So unless you had yourself that version, then you could not use these blocks whatsoever. But since then, we actually discovered ourselves a brand new beta yesterday, and this has given us these 3 new blocks for the education edition toggle for the Bedrock edition. Now, some of you may not know what I'm talking about. Whenever you're loading up a world or you're creating up a world, you have yourself this little education edition toggle. Now this will go ahead and disable achievements because this does require cheats, but if I go ahead and click on there, it's going to go ahead and give you a little warning, and it's going to tell you that it's going to give you chemistry features, but it could break your world. It is going to make a backup of your world, so you don't really have to worry about anything breaking. And these are going to be very, very useful for many map makers out there. But here's the 3 blocks. We have the border block, as I mentioned earlier, the deny block, and the allow blocks. And if you want to go and get these, it is very simple. You just have to go ahead and do a /give command. You cannot find it inside the creative interface. If I go and type in allow, we have ourselves the allow block. I go ahead and type in deny, we have ourselves the deny block. And then if I go ahead and type in border, we get ourselves the border block. Now that's the first one I'm going to go ahead and show you, because this will be very useful for keeping players out of areas. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to game mode S really quickly, and I'm going to go and show you. So if I try to get into the village, I'm not going to be able to get into the village no matter how hard I try. And this will also work all the way down to bedrock, and this will work all the way up to build height limit, which is going to be very, very great. But also this villager, he is pretty much stuck in here. He cannot leave that spot. Oh my goodness, poor villager. And I even cannot hit him at all either. So yet again, this will be very useful for keeping players out of certain areas that you may not want them to go into. But of course, if you're in creative mode, you can go ahead and leave all that you want, which is going to be very, very great. But I'm just going to go and show you the next block, which is going to be the allow block. So for the allow block, if I'm in adventure mode, this is when this is going to be very useful, because you can go ahead and place wherever you want on here, and you can even go ahead and break whatever you want on top of here. But if I try to break anything else, then I'm not going to be able to break anything at all unless you have yourself the right tool. But for the allow block, you can go ahead and do as much breaking and as much placing as you want, which is very, very awesome. And if you were thinking about making like a doorway like this, I'm sorry, but I tried this, but you actually cannot place a lever on here at all. So I really don't know what's up with that one. But if I am in survival mode, then I can go ahead and place it. But in adventure mode, you still cannot place levers, which is very, very upsetting. I'm really hoping that Mojang will change that. But I'm going to go and show you the next one, which is going to be the opposite of the allow block, and that is the deny block, which is basically the opposite of the allow block. So for the deny block, I cannot place anything on here at all, but I can place blocks all the way around the areas, which is very great. But one more thing I want to go and show you really quickly. This is where things can get really, really cool. So let's say you're making yourself like a house, and you don't want anybody breaking your house ever again. Well, if I go ahead and go over to game mode C, and I go ahead and start building around here, I'm going to go and place down another one there, and another one right there. You're actually not going to be able to break any of these blocks that are on top of this area. So right here, we have still the wall. And if I try to break this block up here, I'm not going to be able to do it. If I try to break this block down here, I cannot do it. And I try to break these blocks, I simply cannot do it. But I can still break all the way around here, as I mentioned earlier. But this will be very, very useful for just making sure that none of your walls can be broken down at all. And I like this block just for this specific feature alone. And the same thing does work for the allow block as well, but this will work all the way up to the sky height limit. But if I go ahead and come down here and I go ahead and start breaking the blocks away, I'm going to go and place that right there. It's not going to work downwards down the bedrock. It's only going to work upwards. And with that note, that's pretty much it for what I wanted to show you in today's video. So these 3 new blocks, they are going to be very good for map makers, and I'm so glad that the Mojang finally went ahead and introduced these, because these have been a block that I basically wanted to see in the game for a very long time. Because for the education edition, for me, I feel like it's a little bit underused. Not many people would actually play on it, because you'd have to make yourself all the items yourself, have to look up guides, and if you thought you could use the /give command to get yourself the items, you actually could not do that at all. It's just a very, very big old mess that nobody just wants to mess with. But anyway, I do want to hear your thoughts about what you think of this down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed today's video, then also let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!